Hi guys, Tony back again, Horror in Todge. I hope everyone's okay. Friday evening here. I've been watching a few videos, so I thought I'd get this one done. And it is my top 20 killer animal movies. So this is something that Joe the Horror Man and Horrific Nightmares JM, good friends of mine, great in the horror community. Twice a month they do a top 20 for 2020. So we've had 80 slashers, you know, all sorts of themes. And this week's theme was top 20 killer animals. So I haven't seen every killer animal movie. I don't possess to. So I've just gone through what I've actually seen in my collection. There's probably some what I'm missing, but we'll go through them anyway. And yeah, I'll show you what I've got, guys. Some of them are still wrapped up because I've actually got them on like digital format, what I've watched them on, and old DVDs. So some of them are still wrapped up, but I've bought them anyway. So coming in at number 20, guys, there was a stipulation as well. You can't have like the same film, so you couldn't have like Jaws 1 and 2 or something like that. And I think you have to own the movies. So, well, that's what I've done anyway, because it's easier and it's better because you actually own the physical media. This is one I haven't opened yet, but I've definitely seen it. And it is, coming in at number 20, is 1982, I think it is, Slugs. This is a cool movie about, basically, that's what it says on the tin, killer slugs. I haven't seen this for years, but I remember really liking it. Yeah, it's like, if I remember rightly, it's like a rural community. And yeah, just like all these people who found like all mutilated carcasses and stuff everywhere. It's a really cool little film. Great effects in this one too for an 80s movie. So number 20, Slugs. My number 19 is a cool little 70s movie. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, called The Bees. And this has got John Saxon in it, out of Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, Nancy's dad. And basically it's about these, there's like a US corporation like smuggle these deadly strain of like South African bees into like America, and they start to kill all the other bees, and then they start to kill all the humans. It's just a bit of cheesy fun, 70s. And yeah, I really enjoy it. It's something a bit different. So The Bees, that's my number 19. My number 18 is a cool movie. I really love this. This is Bait. Nice lenticular 3D. I've only got it on DVD. And this is a cool movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it for a good few years, but it's like a tsunami. And these people end up trapped in like a supermarket. And there's all these sharks swimming about. Really like gripping. Good fun. Really, really good fun, what I can remember. Some good action sequences. Some good shark kills. This is a really cool addition. Say it's only you know, a DVD. But the thing I like is with these like killer animal films, shark films, and that, you like, they're really suspenseful, aren't they? You know, I think I'm on the edge of my seat. On the edge of my seat. It's really cool. So Bait was my number 18, guys. Number 17, I haven't opened this one because I've got an old DVD. Is Frogs. Another, I think it's 80s, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's a really cool film, this one, if I remember rightly. I remember really enjoying it. Like, these guys go to this, I think it's like an island for someone's birthday, or here it is, the 4th of July. And there's all these, start to find all these bodies and stuff again. And it's just one family like trying to save themselves from all these frogs. It's really cool film. Cheesy, really cheesy. But, you know, James H. Nicholson presents The Frogs. Yeah, it's really cool. If you haven't got this edition, guys, 88 films. Really cool edition. Definitely pick that one up. So I'm not going to go into too much of them because some of them I haven't seen for a long time. I just can remember liking them. This one was really cool. I picked this up the other month. Killer Crocodile, Part 1 from 1989. Part 2 was cool as well. Part 1, it's basically an Italian animal, creature, feature, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's these scientists go into these swamps and there's like this toxic spill and there's these great giant bloody crocodiles. It's so comical. It's like really plasticky, really. You can see there, guys. Look at the size of the crocodile. And there's people's limbs getting pulled off. It's just real cheesy fun, but I really enjoyed this. Killer Crocodile, that's my number 16. Really good fun. Number 15 is a cool movie. Another 88 films have done some good stuff. I've got this on DVD as well, so I haven't opened it. But it's Pigs, and this is quite a cool movie. It's basically, they're not killer pigs. It's like, there's this guy and his assistant working on this like roadside cafe or something, and they start killing people. And sorry, I've got a cold, guys. When they start killing people, they feed all the dead bodies to the pigs, and there's just nothing left of them. Like, you know, the pigs love it. But brutal and gruesome this one is. But yeah, good fun. That's Pigs, guys, and that is my number 15. My number 14. I can't believe I haven't seen this on many people's list, but I really enjoy it for it. I know some people hate it, but it's Sharknado. And I haven't actually opened this yet, but it's one of the best steelbooks you will ever see from Studio Canal. And yeah, this is just what I call a popcorn movie. It's just so bad it's good. It's I think when we look back in 20 years' time, this will be like the old 80s films where everyone will want to watch it. But nowadays, it's just a bit too cheesy for some people. But it's going to be a cult film for sure. Just basically what it says on the tin. It's they get these tornadoes come across the sea, and you know they just get infested with sharks, and just sharks get chucked all over Los Angeles, basically. So yeah, and it's just absolute craziness. Like, you get like someone in a bath at the top of a hill, and a shark will just fly through the window and like bite the head off or something. There's a plane scene, if I remember rightly, where you know part of the plane opens up and the shark jumping through everywhere. Just absolute madness. Really crazy stuff. Really, you know, uncensored. You know, it's just completely unrealistic, but I love it. So it's Sharknado. That's my number 14. My number 13 is a recent movie, and it's Boar. It's an Australian movie, guys, and it's about, as you can see, this giant boar, and it's like the Australian outback. These guys go, I think they go like looking for, you know, animals and stuff, and there's this old guy here, and it's just really Australian. Really, it was hard for me to understand some of the words and that in this. I think you got Bill Moseley in this as well. You have, and it's just really good fun. I really liked it. Quite gory as well. Really gory because it's an 18. If you haven't seen this one, guys, definitely check it out. I've really enjoyed it. So that's my number 13. Boar, Hogs and Kisses. My number 12, I've only got it in a set, but it's Alfred Hitchcock's Birds. It's a classic. Obviously, I always remember this one being on when I was little. My dad, it was one of the first horrors I can remember seeing. It was just, I couldn't just remember it being quite terrifying when I was little. Like, you know the scene where no, that's Psycho, sorry. You know the scene where, it's 1963, where they're just all like looking out the school and all the birds are just surrounding them and there's just nowhere to go. Really creepy atmosphere from Hitchcock. Great stuff. The Birds. Everyone's seen that, but that's great. That's my number 12. We're getting down, guys. Number 11 is the brilliant Cujo, this nice Eureka set. Basically, it starts out as like a drama. So it's like a drama for about an hour where you got this family a bit broken up, starts having an affair. Then the woman and the child go in the car. And there's something to do with bats where they get this the St. Bernard gets this like disease and just goes crazy. And it's just basically a stalking movie, like two people trapped in a car and the dog's on the outside trying to smash in. It's really vicious. It's like terrifying. It's, yeah, just really good fun, really suspenseful towards the end. Like I say, the first half's a bit of a struggle, but once you get into that, really good stuff. So that's my number 11, Cujo. My number 10 is, you know, I'm loving my Italian stuff at the minute. So my number 10 has to be Rats, Night of Terror. This is another one from the Italian collection. And yeah, this is really cool. Who is it? Bruno Mattei. So he done Creeping Flesh. This is like a post-apocalyptic world, and basically all the rats that are left are sort of trying to find human flesh and sort of trying to eat to survive. So they're just fighting off all these rats. So really cool movie. One I really like. I love these old Italian stuff, and it's a cool film. So that's my number 10. My number 9 is, I've seen this on a few people's list, Squirm, 70s movie about killer worms of all things. So yeah, just good casting, this quite good acting, really good effects for the 70s. I've heard a few people say this. Cool cover art as well. And the worms and stuff, I think it looks quite realistic, to be fair. So it's a 70s movie. Some good like death sequences where they're swimming in all these worms. It's, you know, quite disgusting. Really cool stuff. I've always loved this movie. That's Squirm. My number 8, I've got it in this nice media book form, but I have got it on Blu-ray upstairs as well. It's Shakma. So if you haven't seen this, guys, it's about this baboon, basically. And there's like these students who are sort of, you know, medical sort of students. And this baboon goes a bit crazy. And yeah, Shakma attacks. Real cheesy fun. I love it. I think it's early 90s. Remember renting it from the video store. And just one that's always stuck with me. Like I said, I've got it on Blu-ray, but I got this nice media book for about £8 from Germany. I haven't opened it yet, so need to give that a rewatch soon. Shakma. My number 7 is one of my old. I've always liked this one. Another silly fun. It's Bill Pullman and Bridget Fonda. Lake Placid. Cool 90s sort of creature feature. Really stupidly oversized crocodile. An old woman starts feeding it cattle and stuff. You can see how big it is, eating the cattle in that picture. And yeah, just real good casting, this, guys. Got some cool little scenes in this. It's, you know, it's jumping out of the water. It's about 30 foot long. And yeah, it's odd to believe what you're seeing, actually. It's like horror comedy, basically, but it's just good fun. I've always liked it. Me and my dad used to watch this one. God bless his soul. So yeah, Lake Placid is my number 7. Number 6 is a recent watch. I only picked up last week. Watched it this week. Absolute brilliant film. It's in my head. Sam Raimi. Crawl. Brilliant. I was going to say alligator. Crocodile film. But really action-packed. More of an action movie. But basically about these guys. What is it? Tornado or something. It's or a storm. And this girl has to go back to rescue her dad, who's stuck in a crawl place of his apartment. And it starts filling up with water, and there's loads of crocodiles, and they're like really quick. It's really suspenseful. Probably the most nail-biting I've been in a movie for a long time. On the edge of my seat, like, quick, 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 you know, like, I mean, move, 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 when you're shouting at the telly. Just a great film, guys. If you haven't seen this one, definitely pick it up. I picked it up last week, £15. Horror Hans Bryn and 80s film fan. They told me to pick it up. I was like, well, you know, they said it's awesome. So, Stevens, when I went last week, so I definitely picked it up. It's amazing. Crawl, love that movie. And I'll definitely watch it again soon. That's my number 6. My number 5, I have got this already on DVD, but it's in a collection here, is Anaconda collection, but I went for Anaconda 1. I always remember this one, another 90s, you know, got Ice Cube in this. And it's just a really cool setting. It's like the Predator setting, like the jungle, but just with a big anaconda instead of an alien. It's really huge, and it's, you know, quick, and it's another edge of your seat. But just one I've always watched when I was little, rented out. Anaconda, really like it. I really like Ice Cube in films as well. He's a really cool guy. So yeah, Anaconda 1, awesome film. Number 4 might be a bit of a surprise to people, but I really enjoyed it. It's called They Nest. I don't know if it's got a Blu-ray release or not, but something I remember watching the other year and really enjoying. Basically, it's about like these cockroaches, and this town, if I remember, off the coast of Miami, yeah, people just start dying mysteriously. And like this scientist bloke like opens them up and finds out cockroaches are sort of burying themselves in human bodies to like reproduce. And there's some really cool little kills and that in here. It's really disgusting when they're opening stuff up. But I really like this. It's called They Nest. If you haven't seen this, guys, definitely watch it. I quite enjoyed this, obviously. That's why it's my number 4. Really cool film. I like it. Number 3 might be a bit of a surprise as well. It's basically like American Pie meets Jaws. Really corny fun. It's from the creators of Final Destination, and it's Shark Night. This is my number. I like this film. Really good popcorn again. Popcorn fun where you can just shove it on. Like you got like loads of women in, you know, scantily clad bikinis, and yeah, they go for this, don't know, weekend or week away in, it's like they're all students. And yeah, it just turns into a party full of terrified youngsters, really, in Louisiana. And yeah, really cool shark movie. I really enjoyed it. Another suspenseful movie, some good blood and gore. So yeah, that's my number 3, guys. Another shark movie, Shark Night. Number 2 is a 70s classic, Jaws with Fur, as I call it. A lot of people do. Grizzly. Need to pick this up on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it for ages, but remember it being awesome. Like an 18-foot bloody, I don't know, half a ton bear. And got this cool setting again of the woodlands and stuff. I say it's just took inspiration from Jaws. But basically turned into a bear. So you got all the same sort of sequences. Bit slow at the start, but the bear's awesome. And some great gore. Like I say, I've always liked, I need to watch more bear movies, to be fair, because I really enjoyed this. That's why it's my number 2. There it says, like, 18 feet of gut-crunching, man-eating terror. Christopher George in this. And Andrew Preen as well. But, yeah, really cool movie, guys, that one. Really like it. For a 70s movie, it's got good watchability. It's, you know, rewatchability. And my number 1, obviously, surely to God, everyone's number 1. Killer animal movie is Jaws. Except Horror Hands, because that's his favourite movie of all time, so he didn't put it on there, and I can understand why. There is other films, but I'm not going to mention them that I haven't got, so there's no point in mentioning them. I'll just mention the ones I've got, but this is really good. Obviously, we all know Steven Spielberg, classic. Great stuff. What more do I say? Great slow burn, and at the ending's amazing. The shark's amazing. For the 70s, unbelievable effects. Great gore, brilliant acting, brilliant setting, brilliantly directed, brilliant cinematography. Absolutely awesome score, one of the best ever. Just amazing. So everyone's checked out Jaws anyway, so there's no point in me saying check it out. But yeah, so that's my number 1, guys. Tell me what you think of my list. Have you seen some of these movies? Haven't you seen them? If I'm right, wrong, whatever you want. But awesome list to do, guys. Thanks again to the Horror Man and Horrific Nightmares JM. Check them out, guys. Awesome guys, and well done for everyone who's participated. So all cool stuff. I've been Tony, guys. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's been a long video.